Have you ever tried to remember a favorite childhood day? The warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter. Yet the details blur, like a photo left in the rain. Our memories are fragile, not perfect recordings, but stories we reshape each time we recall them. They fade, shift, and sometimes vanish. This is the nature of being human. Our minds are built to forget as much as to remember, allowing us to heal and move forward. But now, we live in an age of digital permanence. Every photo, message, and location leaves a trace. Digital breadcrumbs that form a second, unfading memory. Unlike our minds, this memory is precise and unchanging, stored on distant servers. What if we could use this data to rebuild lost moments? What if a machine could show us our past with perfect clarity? We stand at a crossroads, our fleeting human memory versus the unyielding memory of machines. The human mind is a garden. Memories bloom and wither. The digital world is a museum. Artifacts preserved under glass. The idea of a perfect backup is appealing, a safety net for our histories. But if we outsource remembering, do we change our relationship with the past? The fragility of memory makes it precious. In our quest to never forget, what might we lose? The journey into artificial memory is a journey into what it means to be human. To understand what we might gain or lose, we must first understand how our minds work. Human memory isn't a video camera. Remembering is an active, creative process. Each time we recall, our brain rebuilds the memory from scattered fragments, influenced by our emotions and current state. Memories are vivid, but unreliable. Reconstructions, not replays. The context, our feelings, and even our beliefs shape what we remember. Forgetting isn't a flaw, it's essential. Our brains filter what matters, letting go of the rest. This protects us from being overwhelmed and helps us heal from pain. The sharp edges of grief soften, the memories remain, but their power fades. Forgetting allows us to adapt, learn, and grow. Human memory is deeply personal and subjective, a tapestry woven from fact, emotion, and imagination. Each recall shifts the tapestry. No two people remember the same event identically. Our memories are unique, fundamental to our identity. They're not just records, they're the substance of our inner world. The act of remembering is as much about who we are now as who we were then. This living, shifting nature is what makes memory so human. Now let's turn to a different kind of mind, artificial intelligence. AI doesn't remember like we do, it doesn't feel, and it doesn't forget. For AI, memory is data. Photos, emails, locations, stored with perfect fidelity. There are no blurry edges, no fading colors. Every detail is preserved exactly as it was. AI catalogs data without emotion or context. A wedding photo and a grocery list are stored the same way. There's no hierarchy, just a vast archive of facts. AI doesn't forget unless data is deleted. As long as it exists, it can be recalled instantly. It can search billions of data points in seconds, retrieving a photo from decades ago as easily as one from today. This is the power of digital recall. Comprehensive, fast, and accurate. Human memory is warm and ever-changing. AI memory is cold and permanent. One is a painting, the other a blueprint. As we merge these forms, we create something new. Digital immortality for our experiences. But a record of a life isn't the same as a life lived. Machines can remember everything, but may understand nothing. The difference between remembering and understanding is the heart of our exploration. How can AI help us reconstruct lost experiences? It acts as a detective, gathering digital fragments, photos, messages, locations, music. AI assembles these into a timeline, showing where we were, who we were with, and what we did. Imagine wanting to remember a vacation from years ago. Your memory is hazy, but AI can access calendars, photos, and social posts. It analyzes images, identifies landmarks, and presents a multimedia reconstruction: maps, galleries, and logs. This is a perfect factual recreation, but it's not a memory. It's a simulation. AI organizes data, but doesn't relive the experience. It shows the what, where, and when, but not the how it felt. The blueprint is there, but our minds must breathe life into it. For those with memory loss, this could be a lifeline, reconnecting them with their identity. For all of us, it's a way to revisit cherished moments with new clarity. But the emotional truth, the meaning, remains locked in our hearts. AI is a master archivist, building the stage and setting the scene. Only we can put the actors on it. The past's meaning is something only we can truly recall. Here lies the heart of the matter, the difference between factual recall and meaningful experience. AI can tell you the date, the temperature, the song you heard. These are facts. But it can't tell you why that song made your heart ache, or how the air felt like a promise. Our memories are drenched in emotion, the joy, the ache, the hope. Emotions aren't metadata, they're the fabric of memory. Without them, memories are empty shells, facts with no significance. AI can reconstruct a room, replay a conversation, but you're an observer, not a participant. You see the past through today's eyes, not as you felt it then. This isn't a failure of technology, but a truth about consciousness. Experience is subjective, private, internal. Machines can simulate conditions, but not replicate our inner state. The meaning of memory comes from how it's woven into our life story. A machine can hold the facts, but only we hold the meaning. That's a distinction we must never forget. The promise of perfect digital memory is alluring, never forgetting a birthday, a lesson, or a loved one's words. It could make life more efficient, organized, and rich. But the ability to forget is a gift. It lets us heal, forgive, and move on. If every mistake and painful moment is preserved, can we ever truly let go? Personal growth requires letting go of who we were. How can we do that if a machine remembers everything? Relationships thrive on forgiveness and selective memory. Perfect recall could turn our histories into prisons. Every argument, every slight, could be replayed endlessly. Perfect memory offers clarity, but also threatens us with stagnation and resentment. Human remembering and forgetting is messy, but it allows for change and grace. Before embracing machine memory, we must consider what we might sacrifice. A life without forgetting might not be richer, just heavier. Sometimes, forgetting is what sets us free. As we enter this new era, a critical question arises. Who controls our reconstructed memories? Our digital traces, photos, emails, locations, are stored by corporations. We think this data is ours, but often we've given away control. If a company's AI can rebuild your past, do they own your memories? Could your history be used to sell, influence, or manipulate you? The line between private experience and public commodity blurs. Who decides what a true reconstruction is? Memories are contested. AI might impose a single version. This gives power to those who control the data and the algorithms. Our identity is tied to our personal narrative, the story we choose to tell. If we hand over our past, we risk losing control of that story. Our sense of self could be shaped by algorithms, not reflection. Who owns our memories is, ultimately, who owns our identity. Imagine a future where your AI remembers everything you've ever seen, heard, or done. At first, it feels liberating. No more lost moments. But the weight of total recall could become immense. Every day adds to an ever-growing mountain of data. How do you move forward when every failure is instantly accessible? The human ability to forget lets us edit our stories, focus on lessons, and move forward with hope. A life without edits is a raw transcript, full of mistakes and regrets. Meaning comes from interpretation, not just accumulation. If we become passive consumers of our own past, our inner life could grow shallow. The preciousness of a moment is tied to its fleeting nature. By saving everything, we might devalue everything. We stand at a turning point in human history. For the first time, we can step outside the natural cycle of remembering and forgetting. AI offers us a choice: embrace digital forever or hold on to our messy human memory. This isn't just about technology, it's about who we want to be. Augmenting memory could help us learn, heal, and preserve our stories. For those with memory loss, it could be a priceless gift. But forgetting is vital. It allows healing, growth, and forgiveness. A life without forgetting could trap us in the past, erode privacy, and outsource our humanity. Perhaps the answer is balance, using AI as an aid, not a replacement. Let machines help us organize, but let us create meaning. The future of memory is a partnership, where we remain the senior partner. In the end, a life is measured not by how much we remember, but by the meaning we find in what we choose to hold on to. The choice is ours, between forgetting and forever.